So picture this. You're a somewhat successful YouTuber, right? And you've got this game developer that makes this game that you really like. You're about to do a playthrough on it, and they want to pay to license your footage for their Steam page. And of course, you really like the game, and you'd love to represent the game that way. So of course, you accept, and you get to work playing the newest version of their game for hours. You whip out about 7 videos worth of content in 2 days, and you share that with them. And then, just as planned, you start to share it on your own channel, because of course you would, right? Well then, right as you begin to do that with your first video, your life gets super busy in ways that you did not adequately predict. And you realize something. You've got 4 projects going on at the same time, and only enough time really for one of them. Your life, your family and such, and your various attempts at diversifying your income stream demand that you focus on things that are not YouTube. Right as you post the very first video of your series that you've already recorded 6 hours of footage for. So you think to yourself, well, I mean, I'll just post 1 a day. I mean, I've got a week of content here. Surely things will quiet down later and I can just keep going. But then that side thing you're doing becomes really cool, and your wife especially, you want to keep working on it. You want to get it going stronger. So you post and you post, but eventually content dries up. You don't have anything left. 4 projects are going, and only a few hours a day to do anything for your channel. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what's happened here. That story is the story of me. It's a fascinating tale that isn't as all unique as you might think, nor is it a story that's never happened before, and truly it's very possible that it will happen again. But yet, here we are, and here you are, nearly a month after I recorded all of the previous 7 videos for this playlist, hoping that at least a few of you out there are tuning in and saying, oh, yay, he's still doing this. I actually kind of remember I don't even remember what happened, honestly. I hope that you guys at least do. And the binge watchers out there, those of you guys who are watching this many months after this started, well, you can smile now, knowing that none of this matters to you. None of this has had any effect on your interest in it. And thank you for watching well after it was posted. I appreciate you. As for the rest of you, I'm sorry it's taken so long. I'm still very much a busy guy, and I have enough for a few videos a week. But luckily, I have, still only 1 project at a time, but I'm going to dedicate it all to Hollywood Animal. I'm just playing Hollywood Animal right now. Aside from the Friday live streams, that's all we're doing right now. So welcome back into that. Hope you're having a great day. I actually had to go and watch the last 20 minutes or so of my last episode just to recap what happens, because for me, it's been over a month, or nearly a month. October 27th is when this save file was made. So what are we doing here? Well, I'm going to let the time run a little bit. We've got 4 films that are shooting right now. We've got technology. That's pretty good. Everything's improved now. Now, what we want to do is go into technology management really quick. We have the Doppler here, and we have sound. And this thing right here is going to only be serviced until the 7th of August, and that's 5 days from now in game. So it's basically, this is dead. We have the ability to add economy to the sound, but I think actually what I'd like to do is increase. I'd like to work on other technologies. I'd like to work on the next iteration here. So if I buy technology, we have access to the Hespro 35. It's a little bit better than the Doppler. The key here is that it comes with the same quality as the Doppler right out of the box. And that's after the Doppler was upgraded. It has the same practicality as our current Doppler does, okay? Practicality is sort of how easy it is to move this camera around. How easy is it to break it down? What kinds of maintenance are involved in it, right? Those types of things. And it can definitely have an impact on shooting schedule. And then there's the economy, which is how cheap is it? Now, for this one, it's a 1 bit here for the economy, and this one's at 3. But you can see this camera here costs $2,340 a day to run. Even at 1 pip, this one is $2,304. This is technically cheaper. Technology does that. It gets a little better, gets a little cheaper. It tends to do that a little bit. This is a little bit cheaper to use, even in its current state, than the Doppler is. It's $115,000 to buy it, but eventually the Doppler is going to be forgotten technology. It's going to be dropped. So we're going to need new technology anyway. And if I'm going to work on upgrades, I can work on upgrading this one. So we have right here, this thing, meet the conditions to get an advanced version of the technology. There's an advanced version here, and it has 4 quality, 2 and 2 on practicality and economy. So what are the conditions to get the advanced version? A film shooting period exceeding 100 days, and we need to shoot 5 films with the Hesper 35 imaging technology. Ooh. Okay, so if we shoot 5 films with this, and we have a film shooting period that exceeds 100 days, then we unlock a more advanced version, and then we can try to upgrade that version instead. But that means that my technology is not advancing. So what I'm going to do here, this is going to take 300 days to do. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to get the economy for our sound while I'm working on shooting with the Hesper 35. And if I can do that, then I can then spend my technology onto the other version of the camera instead. All right, we'll try that. All right, so with that done and out of the way, we have 4 films kind of queued up here that are done. 3 of them are in distribution. None of them are being edited at the moment. 2 of them are being written. 4 of them are being shot. And 1 of them is released. So we're at least making some money right now. That's a recap of what's happening. We got $1.28 million, and I believe we're also in debt, if I remember correctly. All right, so as expected, the Sonotone technology is no longer available. So we are out of that. We can't use it, but we've already replaced it, so it's fine. Sherman Wagner found absolutely nothing. I'm going to have you repeat that, please. Thank you very much. And we now get to release the little balls. I am trying to like reacquaint myself with all the titles that we had before. So that's funny. The little balls, as a reminder, everybody else too, in case you were following along before, is an adventure, drama, thriller, comedy featuring a working man in the Wild West who's up against an evil witch involved in a love triangle, which I can't explain, and the protagonist eventually overcomes their self-doubt. That's the story. It's doing about as well as I could expect with a synopsis like that. We get a little bit of experience for everybody. That's pretty good. And it had all fresh story elements, so at least it has a good fighting chance. Yep, seems good. And we'll go ahead and do this. Now, the love triangle is a little bit stale at the moment. You have to watch that one. And the one has a love triangle as well. It will become fresh again March 1932. It's quite a ways away. So we might have to release the one without that. And then Chester wants me to pay him more. He's a 2.1 star screenwriter. I don't think I'm going to do that. No, he's not going to be happy. He'll be very unloyal, but I don't think we're going to do that. Sorry, Chester. No, thank you. Because I say that as if I knew this was coming. Because we have a freelance writer's office now. We can just have better writers producing better scripts anyway. Sounds good. We can have them write faster, which seems nice. I think probably what I'm going to do is we're going to go into categories. I have a feeling like this is going to diversify things quite a lot to the point where we can avoid staleness. Although having more story elements just means higher quality stories, right? You know what? That's correct. It does. You know what? We're just going to do this. Let's just upgrade this with story elements instead. And then we can now focus on getting our freelance writer's office in here. We'll pop you, let's say, right here is fine. Pop you right there. We'll pay a little bit here. We're going to be using this office quite a bit, I think. I do like the freelance writer's office. You can get some pretty good scripts with that. The last bottle. It's a little halfway up its potential so far. It's the way the script is written anyway. The last bottle, if I recall correctly, is the alcohol theme. We have these 2 events that are over on the left side of the screen that we have to do in a certain amount of time. And this has some alcohol, spirit of freedom. Exactly this. So we have that. And then there's also fighting the hypocrisy of American life, which I don't believe that is something that we needed. It's the corrupt official, I believe, is the other one we need. But the alcohol, spirit of freedom is definitely one that we needed to shoot. So there we go. So it's a 3.8 script. And we can have, let's say, Homer get in there on this. We can give him a sound stage because he loves sound stages. We don't have high quality on everything, but there we go. And we'll just shoot everything in a sound stage. Looks like some scenes can be high quality. We are working, if my memory serves me correctly, we are working on high quality costumes and props. But we will give the technology that we can. And then we have the Hespro 35, of course. We need to do all of this, as many films as we can with this. Now, it's looking to me like the duration of shooting this is 77 days. If we have a delay, maybe this will kick us over that 100-day mark. I don't know. We don't have a delay yet. I don't know if that's how that works, but we'll see. If we get a delayed like 30 days or something, maybe that will tick that box. We'll find out. I do want to give this a pretty good chance of success, so we're going to pay a little bit extra money for it. And then I don't have any producers available. Wow. All right, so producers. Let's see. Everybody who's free. We're going to go with... I guess we could go with Bruce. He's not bad, actually. And Bruce, I think until we get the ability for you to do multiples at a time, I'm just going to go a little light on you here. Let's take 67K. We'll go 95K for 3 movies, let's say. All right, so that gives me that. And then I'm probably going to need another director as well. I can get, let's say Patrick's about the right level there, but Ricky is very cheap. Look at Ricky. Ricky's super cheap. He's an alcoholic, but he's very cheap. Let's see what this cheap alcoholic can get for us here. We'll get him for 3 movies as well. And why don't we add some whiskey to him? He'll love that. Won't he love that? I feel like that will really... Oh, it's really strong for him, and it's going to tip it over the mark. Well, I have to put money in there too, but it still tips it over the mark, so we have to get rid of that, unfortunately. It's okay. He's very cheap anyway. 3 movies for just 8,000. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll get him in here too. So for the producers, it's going to be Bruce. The director, we're going to have... Let's put... I got Ricky in for this one. There we go. The Clumsy Oaf. It's going to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Wayne can be the Clumsy Oaf. Yeah, you were in a criminal gang before. You've been in the action movies before, so you should know what to do. Comedies, you've been in those before too. You should know what to do. Let's get... who's our mentor here? It could be Gabriel. I think Gabriel's good for the mentor role here. He's also very close to the end of his contract terms, so this will be his last film. And then our strict parent. Strict parent is going to be... Of course it's a woman, because, I mean... They don't really have a whole lot of older women in this game. I have a few. It's just they're not available, but we're going to go with Wanda, I suppose. She's very good, though. I'd rather use her on a higher quality script than this. We'll switch it to Sally. We'll just give her a lot of makeup, make her look old. We'll give it to Sally. And then Sally, we can give you some of this whiskey to really kind of make you in a better mood here. I think for your last film, Gabriel, we'll also give you a little bit of a pick-me-up there, too. And continue. There we go. Stamped and approved. All right, that one's going to make a statement for the Alcohol Spirit of Freedom here. The next one we need is release a movie with a corrupt official story, and it has to be happen within 2 years. I didn't actually get it yet, but it's within 2 years, so that's fine. So we'll look at that as well, although it's... and then Get Down's not done. This right here isn't done because of what? What's the reason for this? Is it stale? Shootout is currently a stale thing. I need to release this around December. So I needed to wait for the calendar to open up and let me do it. I could technically get that right here. So I could put Get Down over here now. December 21st is not technically long enough. I need 1 more week to go by, and then I can schedule this film. So in the meantime, we will just wait another week, and then we can schedule that ahead of time. Okay. Hardened Criminal, seems like you've hit the end of what you're going to do for us here. A lot of these other films are kind of getting ready, so we'll go ahead and if I was to set up your distribution again, you're over top of these other ones. You can still play. You have some play here, so I could get you to stay in theaters, even though you're not getting a lot of showings. I can still keep you in our own theaters, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. And you know, some people will watch it. I don't know who it is, but somebody will. Everett would like to work with me again. He's not that expensive. Just bumped into my own microphone. He's not that expensive. I'm going to get him on 3 movies, I guess. And I don't know if he likes... He's a perfectionist. He's probably not interested. You know what? We can give him some medical insurance. Just to reduce the bill a little bit there. Okay. It's not much. This actor is very cheap. Edgar is super cheap. We're going to get him too. We'll get you, I think, for 3 years because you're so cheap. And I'll pop you on medical insurance as well. It barely works, but it will. 15,005 is going to be for 3 years for Edgar. I'm going to get you in as many films as we can. Just going to crank them out like a factory. It'll be great. Fully loaded. Speaking of factory, I'm playing this after the update in which they've introduced factory as one of the themes or the types of studios you can have. I forget the terminology they're using for it because I'm just flighty right now, but they have factory now instead of like boutique and, you know, the big giant studios and whatever. Okay, so fully loaded. It's got all fresh story elements. Seems pretty good. Didn't quite get up to its potential yet, but maybe in editing we can bump it a little bit. I don't know. Probably not. I think Franklin is about to be... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Like, I'm just worried I'm going to have to pay him a lot later, but we'll go ahead and do that for now. And then we'll start post-production with Fully Loaded. Fully Loaded is going to get Beverly, and we'll get Lewis on that. Yeah, we'll go medium here, medium here, medium here. We're going to get our own stuff pretty quick. Our own high-quality stuff pretty quick. We're going to work on Sound Studio first, right? Is the first one we're doing here. 112 days left in our Superior Sound Studio. Okay, I think it's been another week, so I should be able to come over here now and schedule this one more week down. There we go. And now if I do that, Shootout should become fresh again on December 25th. I'm releasing this December 28th, so it should be okay, I think. We're going to make sure that we give this thing a good number of showings. Probably about there should be good. Maybe about there, and then maybe about there, and then maybe about there from there. Okay, and then we can do the full 6 weeks on printing. We got plenty of time there. We're going to want to get our advertising going. We have to organize that. Organize advertising again from scratch, yeah. So we're going to start maybe here with it. And then we can be 95% effective while it's playing, which is pretty good. So we'll go with that. If I want to extend it, then I can afterwards. But this just gets me kind of where I need to be here, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. And then this film is, to refresh myself on what all these things are. So it's a shootout, right? Action comedy, damsel in distress, sidekick, femme fatale. We got Bernard working on this. Contrast extra. Okay, so I think this one's probably for just adults. Seems good. We'll go 1, 2, 3. It's an okay film. Honestly, we'll just go all 4 of these. I think it's a pretty good film. We can spend the money on the ads for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and confirm that. And now that's in there. The Doppler. You saw that coming, right? Service is ending in 180 days. We will not have the ability to use the Doppler after that. It's then going to tell me again, just to really drive it home that I can't do that. Los Angeles District Attorney Richard Stripes spoke at an anti-corruption rally outside City Hall. His sharp criticism of the administration made the front page of the Los Angeles Tribune. They've ruined Los Angeles. There's corruption everywhere. The mob and the police are working hand in hand while City Hall covers for them. I know how to fix it. I have a plan, but I can't do it as district attorney. Political scientist Andrew Crook commented on the speech. Stripes clearly has big plans. We'll soon see him vaulting to the mayor's chair, I expect. I don't know. Corruption is kind of benefiting me. So I'm not sure I want to end it. You know what I mean? All right. So road less travel. We can now release that. And Little Balls did okay, but you can see, I mean, thankfully we're not renting any theater space. You can see, though, it's definitely losing money. But if we let it keep going, we just extend it, it can hopefully make it back. It can hopefully make it up a little bit. So we have a little bit more advertising that kind of fits out there, but ultimately it didn't really do well. We're going to pull a little bit of theater space away from this thing. And we'll just let it run from there. It's fine. The advertising, we overspent on the advertising for that. I set that up a long time ago. None of this stuff is what I did now, okay? The road less traveled. That was the old me that did this. I'm not to blame. Old me is. All right, everybody gets their experience. And it looks like none of the story elements were bad at the time, and it seems like none of them are going to go bad because of it, so that's great. All right, Phoenix Burns has got some fairly good potential. 6.0. It's got some good potential. Let's see if we can't nurture that potential a little bit better here. This is our corrupt official story. Gotcha. Okay. See, I'm forgetting things. This is our corrupt official story. So we're going to start the project. We want to do really well on this, don't we? Everett, you're in. We'll give you A1. Although I'm thinking actually, no, I want you to get in the big one. Let's do B1. We'll give you the big stuff for this one. It's a much bigger film, so you can do that. Sound stages all around for everybody there. Let's do Hespro 35. Let's get our Sonotone Dominus in here. We'll get all of these guys. Now this is going to speed up filming a little bit, doesn't it? No? Having more crew doesn't speed up filming? Okay. I mean, it doesn't always, but typically if you can get more things done at a time, you can speed up your filming that way, but all right. Otherwise, what are you doing paying more people? Right? And actually, yeah, good point. Very good point. Let's do this. Producer. Oh my gosh, there's just so many producers and all of them are stage completed. Yeah, all right. Let's get a different one. Don't like hiring super expensive people, but Ricardo's pretty good for this. I know Wayne is 8.2, and I've had like tons of comments before about like the fact that I hired somebody that was less qualified than another, and et cetera, and it really doesn't make that big of a difference. But I get what you're saying, and okay, fine, I'll white flag. You're right, I guess, but it doesn't make a huge difference. When your film is a 5 quality, whether you hire the 9.5 or an 8 or a 7, you're not going to exceed the maximum potential for that film anyway. And if I hire someone with less experience, I can build them up, as opposed to a 9.5, which I really can't build up much. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. So anyway, I think I will probably take the cheapest guy in this particular situation, which could be Ricardo, but his 6.3 is not higher than the 7. So that plays a role too, is whether he can actually bring it to the 7. So because of that, and I don't want to work with a misogynist, we're actually going to go with Harry. Harry, you're here. You're very expensive. You're going to go with one movie, Harry, because you're very expensive. It's going to be this movie. This is the movie you were born to produce, I guess. We're going to maybe take Roger Fox here as a director. He's racist. We don't have anyone that's off color, if you will, here. So we'll be all right. I don't like his loyalty score, but I do like his happiness. So we'll see if we can maybe improve that just a little bit on it. It doesn't really help much, but it'll probably pop it into the yellow at least. Here we go. Okay. Working Man. We go with Billy Nash. Add a little star power to this. We could. Dangerous Adventure, Knights. He's been in a lot of action movies lately. I feel like maybe they're getting a little tired of that. So I'm not too sure about Billy Nash. Maybe we can hire a... Is anyone free? What do you got here? We got just Edward. Edward has been in a criminal gang a bit. He's been in detective movies a lot. He's very expensive. Okay, Billy Nash, you're my star today. Angry Boss. Who's going to be our angry boss? Let's go... I think that's with Gerald Page, really. He's undisciplined, though. He might cause delays. I still don't have a whole lot to choose from here. I can maybe get Clifton in here for the star power, but he's maxed out. I can't make him any better anyway. You're good for romances. You're good for criminal masterminds. We don't have a criminal mastermind here, do we? No. We do have a corrupt official. I feel like the corrupt official should really be a good... We should have somebody good for the corrupt official. We just don't have much going on here. I wonder if I postpone this film. Make it maybe postpone this film until one of these actors are free. We're using a lot of talent at the moment. We could get more. We can just hold off on a little bit. We have time. We can hold off a little bit on it. Get some of these other actors free. Find the right talent for the roles, I think. Okay. So last bottle. Looking better than it was before, but it can go up to an 8. So we kind of... Yeah. Let's hope the shoot goes really well. We're going to do medium catering for everything. Start the production. And the 1 is going to wrap up here in a second. Here we go. Love triangle is now a fresh story element again. Okay. That's going to help. Up to a 6.5. Me likey. All right. Charlie, nice job. Maxed himself out. Of course, that happened a long time ago. Let's go to post-production where Emma is going to do great work for this, right? Your 4.4 editing self, yeah? You're going to partner with Lee on this. I think I've already given you a gift before, but let's just make you a little bit better at your job. There we go. There we go. This guy's just a little bit better at your job. Maybe you can bump this. I doubt it, but maybe you can bump it. I need better editors. All right, so we're waiting for the filming to wrap up here. Fully loaded. Sorry, the one had who? Who is this? The one had Charlie. Bill Ramsey is not bad. We could get Opal and Bill Ramsey into this film too. It's not the worst idea, but I just don't think it's quite the right talent just yet. Protection from police raids is expired. We're gonna pause it. We're gonna come back over. And I have to reacquaint myself with where these guys are, don't I? Here we go. Over here? No, it's this one. Yep, there it is. We're looking for friends. And police protection from raids. We're going to give him another 5 GP. 6 more months of being completely immune from raids. All right, love it. First Among the Last can now release. And... I guess the last bottle is having something happen here. Gabriel Rutkowski is showing all the signs of dementia. He's constantly forgetting his lines. Everyone is getting tired and endless takes. The endless takes whenever he's in the stance. Well, you know what? If we just shorten his lines, which we can do because we have rolling edits, then the whole schedule gets a little bit faster. However, if you recall, I actually kind of want this to go slower, remember? So if... The thing is about this, I want it to go slower, but I feel like this is also going to lower its quality. Which is not what I want. I don't want it to lower the quality. So we can do this later. I guess we'll make his lines a little shorter. Wow. That was not... Well, it's a 1.6, so... it's a 1.6. This was a bad film. We just threw this out there with stale elements and everything, so yeah. It wasn't supposed to do well. There we go. The Hardened Criminal. Basically nobody watching it now. We can go ahead and end distribution on that. Send it to the archive. All right. We got 3 movies playing at the same time right now, man. Freelancers writers. Wow, I can speak. Freelance writers office is done, and now we can go ahead and send scripts off to other writers that we don't exactly employ. Some of them are very good. Bobby Martin is angry about the quality of the script. He says he's never heard such wooden dialogue in his whole career. He's constantly arguing with the director and asking for rewrites. Fine, we can fix the dialogue. Look, boom, rolling edits. So good having that. So useful. Definitely recommend having that. And then we could probably get Bobby to oh wait, we're trying to, yeah, we could probably get Bobby in on this project too. I think Bill Ramsey's a perfectionist, action detective sort of thing here. Yeah, I think maybe the corrupt official. That could be me. That could be me, guys. But I've been in thrillers quite a bit lately, and I don't know if it's probably a little stale. He's only been in one. Not too stale here. So I think I'm actually going to throw Bill Ramsey in as the corrupt official for now. And our femme fatale, we can put Wanda in there. She'll definitely bring that up. So we're waiting for the angry boss. I'm not really sure I've picked the right angry boss yet. Maybe after Risque is done shooting. This is our really risky one with the rape theme. right? This has this has rape involved in it and generous profanity. I mean, this is like a very risky film for the time period. Operation successful. Holding illegal gifts gone. Nobody's ever gonna know. Thank you for that, Mr. Security Guy, Wallace Grays. Okay, so pretty much nobody watching this film now. Goodbye. The Little Balls is getting archived. So I think the only film that's really showing right now are bad films. But thankfully, The Road Less Traveled did eventually get profit, which I was a little bit concerned about. But if we go get this set up again and just put it back in theaters again, just kind of give it something like this, you know? Just a few showings. It's no big deal. Just keep it in there. Somebody will watch it. We're not advertising it anymore, but somebody's going to watch it. And then Fully Loaded being done. Yeah, Emma, sorry. It did drop it under a 5. That's really unfortunate. I dropped it under a 5. I hate that. Okay, it is what it is. You know, we got to get our editors better. They got to work themselves up here. And we definitely want to speed this up. There we go. I'm going to have to hire... I'm going to have to pay these guys so much money later because their bonuses are really good. All right, we can go ahead and have that. And let's get this set to the schedule here. So I'm thinking Thanksgiving. It's a 4.9. It's not great, but I'm thinking Thanksgiving for now. We'll give you 5,000 here, 4,000 here, 3,400 here, and let's say 30. Let's go 3,000 there. We'll print it for 6 weeks. Perfect schedule for printing. There we go. And it's a big gap where we don't have anything showing at the moment. And we can go ahead and do something like... It's funny how it says right click to cancel, and yet I can't. So we're just going to go like that. And now it's 95% effective. Very good there. And we can probably expand it at least 1 week because we're probably going to play it again. So we'll go 1 week extra on the advertising there. And then Fully Loaded being the action comedy that is, we'll check all the boxes. I think it can make the money. It's not a kids movie, so we'll check all the boxes. And then we're ready to confirm. Oop. The film has a stale element, or they will become stale after your studio's upcoming premieres. You're sure you want to release it to your viewers. If you release the film after April 1st, elements will be fresh again. April 1st is so far away, though. April 1st is just too far away. This has stale elements? Well, it will be because of the upcoming things. I know it won't. Really? Lure Less Travel doesn't have... What do you have? I'm going to go ahead and confirm it anyway. I want to take a look at the schedule, though. What am I releasing here that's... I mean, Fully Loaded is here. Get Down is back here. We don't have anything on the schedule new to release before that film goes, and that film is already showing anyway. It was showing that it was fresh. I'm not releasing anything before that, so I'm not entirely sure what it's talking about there, but all right. I guess. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I probably am, you know. It's been a bit. But now that I'm dedicated to just playing this game and only this game, I can wrap my head around what I'm doing, and every day I know where I left off, right? That's the really hard part about this gig. Trying to do it as a family guy, right? 38-year-old dude with a whole bunch of stuff going on and 2 really loud, obnoxious, and very time-consuming children, right? Sometimes you just get so distracted that you don't remember the simple things. And that triggers a lot of you. You always let me know it in the comments. How does he not know this? He just did it. It's right there on the screen. I am what I am, guys. That's how. That's how. It's just I am what I am. Hopefully that's, you know, at least you know I'm not a robot, you know? At least you know I'm not AI. And AI has no such things going on with it. Or if it does, well, maybe they're more realistic than we thought they were. You know, they're trying really hard to pass that Turing test, yeah? 5.6. So it did drop. I think this is the one that I had Emma on, right? I was really hoping she wouldn't drop it too much. Yeah. We're going to get her. She's getting up there. It's fine. All right. So the one can drop this maybe the same day. If I do that, though, then I don't have the place. So I need to bring it back about, let's say, here. And that gets me a little bit. I'm going to have to rent theater space for that. I don't want to do that. Opening night, I can go max out. But then I have nothing for the next because Get Down is a pretty good film. Yeah, I really don't want it to compete with Get Down. But what if we rush it? What if we rush that? I can't rush it. It needs its proper time to advertising and things. Okay, so we're going to move this after Get Down. And by then, we probably will... I mean, we're gonna run Get Down twice. But this happens after this, so anything that we have in this isn't going to affect the freshness of Get Down. We don't want to affect the freshness of Get Down. It's too good. So we're going to do this one here. And because we know we need some play here, we're going to go ahead and do something like this. I'm going to say 5. Like we can always rent theaters later, right? Yeah, we can rent them later. If we go an extra day, though, just one extra week, then we don't need to rent. And I think that's probably better. Let's go one extra week so we don't interfere with this, and then we'll hit it here. So this will be like 5,700. We'll go about, like, say, 5 here. We'll say maybe 4,300 here. And let's go maybe 3,600 here. Go ahead and grab the prints. Apply. And then for advertising, make it really good. We're probably going to repeat this film too, so we'll go 2 weeks extra, and we'll pay for that now. Yeah. It's expensive, this industry, but we did it. All right. Risk. Oh, well, I actually thought Risk was going to pop up, but we got this first. It's not doing too well, this film. I think we can go ahead and send that to the archive, the 1.6. It's not really all that good, but it did, you know, it didn't lose us a ton of money or anything, so I guess it's okay. People got experience. That's okay. This actually improved on filming. I didn't expect that with all these elements, but yeah, I guess it did. It does have very high-end actors. Bobby Martin and Gertrude Ross would be great for my next film. So I'm going to get them over here, I think. Yeah, these are the kinds of people I was waiting for. So we'll start post-production. And I really don't want to hand this off to Emma. She's great, but I don't want to hand it off to her. Can I get a better editor? There's a 5.7 available, but she is expensive. Very expensive. So we're going to hold off on editing until we have the one I've got on Ronnie the Rabbit right now. We're going to have her do Risk. And then this 4.6 here, if it ends up being around 5, we'll put Emma on that one instead. Now, I have actresses and actors available. So let's see what we got. Bobby Martin is a better pick for this. He's got 1 movie left. And Billy Nash, what do you have left? Oh, I'm not. I got a bit of a bug here. There we go. Billy Nash, you got 2 movies left. Okay. You are cop, tribal chief, good with action, and detective. You've been in a lot of those types of movies. You're kind of being typecast here. Maybe don't want that just yet. Let's choose. You can use Donald here, I suppose. He'll bring it up. Maybe not as fast as as Bobby will, but he'll bring it up. Let's do that. Nope, not there. Working Man. Yeah, I want Donald here. Okay, Angry Boss. We can have this one be... You're the younger one, aren't you? Yeah, you're younger, though. Is that a good thing, though? Maybe it's kind of a comedy, but it's not. But like we have a younger... I feel like you wouldn't want a younger boss than your protagonist. I feel like that's something you just don't want to see. You know what? I'm going to do Billy Nash here anyway. He had the role before. We're going to let him have it. And then we'll have Donald come in here and do it as well. So we got a couple of stars. Now, the issue is he is misogynist. So we have this femme fatale. I don't know if having my protagonists be in a movie with a woman is going to be the best call here, but I'm hoping it is. See if I can make him happy. There we go. And that he should perform really well. All these guys really should perform quite well in these roles. I think this is fairly well cast at this point, so we're going to go ahead and accept it. And Phoenix Burns, our corrupt official story, is now officially in pre-production. It's underway. Excellent. We're going to wait on editing risk. That's what I was going to do. Yep. Paul Tanner, the director, says, tomorrow my friend Jeremy is coming to Los Angeles. He's a nice guy, but painfully energetic. As soon as we meet again, we'll start doing all sorts of things. You know, sniffing, smoking, drinking everything in sight. Afterwards, I usually find myself naked in an unexpected place with strange people. It can be unpleasant. And the worst thing is, this goes on day after day. And then it came to me. Wouldn't it be great if I just stayed out of sight while Jeremy was around? Can you give me a vacation for 2 months? Yeah, I think you can. Let's go. Just stay out of sight so you don't embarrass me. You probably will embarrass me. But let's hope that you don't. God, you guys are really failing on these, aren't you? Come on now. Let's go. Now, do we want to get another film going, right? We got things, steady stream of things happening, at least something in every category, but we should maybe look at something else. Now, we have Rolling Thunder. I don't know if I like this one or not, but if we go to the story workshop, perhaps you can use this new freelance writer's place to have some really good people write some really good stuff. What's really good stuff? Well, this is going to be called Really Good Stuff. There it is. Maybe we can do that. Really good stuff could be, let's say, comedy action. I'm a little bit spoiled on that. I wish really good stuff. Maybe, how about Really Good Stuff as a rom-com? Okay. Let's say Really Good Stuff is a rom-com. It takes place in a modern American town. Boring. And then we're going to say the Clumsy Oaf makes sense for the comedy part of it, but Hopeless Romantic makes better sense for the rom-com part of it. We could do... we'll do the Hopeless Romantic. Okay, let's do the Hopeless Romantic. I don't think there's going to be any antagonist here. For supporting characters, we'll have a rival. And in Damsel in Distress is probably not the best call here. We can... hit love interest is not stale yet, so we'll grab that. Rival's good. Hopeless Romantic is getting up there, though. It's getting up there. Technically good, but if I have any other films that are doing that, I might be kind of in trouble here. So maybe that's not the best call today. What can we do for better characters here? Maybe we can alter the film just a little bit here. You know what? We haven't done anything with Outcast. You could see about this one. Someone rejected by their family or community. They're lonely and trying to figure out where they belong. Okay. Maybe we'll look at that instead. This is going to be a drama, historical. I like that. Maybe there's just a little bit of comedy in there. You got to have some relief on that, you know? So maybe we can do something about, like, say, something like this, I think is probably a good balance. 55%, 25, 20. Yeah, 25-20. Maybe go up a little bit more in a historical setting here. And we could keep it in the modern American town. Fine, that's fine. I'm thinking like something like in my head, my head kind of instantly went towards a sports movie. I'm not entirely sure why, but my head sort of went towards The Blind Side. I don't know why it did that, because it doesn't really fit this, but it's kind of close. You know, it's sort of like that story based on a true story, some drama in there, there's some funny moments, kind of has that. So I'm gonna go with that. That's where my head went immediately, like without me thinking. So Outcast, we can do that. As far as our antagonist goes, there doesn't really seem to be anything that fits that, so we're gonna go for supporting characters instead. We'll want a strict parent. We're gonna want sidekicks there. We could do mentor as well. It's a lot of people. We're getting a little expensive now. Themes and events. How about we get what do we do here? We don't want anything slapstick. Search for killer. Struggle for better life is good for that. I'm not sure Treasure Hunt really does it for me. Winning the Beloved is okay. Unrequited Love doesn't really work for me here. Jousting tournament, we could substitute football for like a jousting tournament, but like now I don't have a knight. I feel like a jousting tournament really doesn't work at all unless you're using a knight as your protagonist. So I'm not going to worry about that one. In the game, I mean. Ancient Puzzle doesn't necessarily fit. Avenging Loved Ones doesn't really fit. None of these really fit. And then the finale would just be, you know, that the overcome self-doubt. Yeah, I mean, kind of like that, or gets a better life, that kind of thing. Gets the chance for the better life kind of thing. I sort of like that. We still have one more element here that can go in there. And We could maybe interpret a rival as someone who's trying to stop our character from getting this. You know, like a bully, that kind of thing. He's got a friend that sticks by him. He's got a bully that keeps picking on him. You got this mentor that kind of helps him. Strict parent. I think maybe the parent thing, we could maybe say that's not a thing because maybe the guy's an orphan or something. But and then maybe he even has a love interest, but I don't know if he's actually going to get that love interest, right? Maybe that adds some depth to his character a little bit, so maybe that works. If that works, we could take away the sidekick, but I'd have the whole like winning the beloved thing here, but I don't know if that's necessary. Let's take this out again. Let's go over to, God, I'd really like to have a better element for this. If I'm gonna make this work, I'd like a better thing. Outdated moral dogmas that are still freedom in progress. Maybe, I mean, this is a little deep. I don't think it really fits, but it adds another depth to it, and it could work. And since it's an element we haven't used a lot of yet, I think I'm gonna make that happen. So we're gonna do this. It's just called really good stuff, and maybe I'll change it to no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as really good stuff. Now we're gonna assign a screenwriter to this. It's a historical comedy drama. It's mostly a drama though. We want a writer that's very good with dramas, and by very good I mean better than what we have available to us. So now we can use the Freelancers tab, and the Freelancers give us access to other writers that are somewhat better, right? We have a romance writer here, we have a detective writer here, adventure writer here. They all have their different prices. And honestly, they're not all that much better than what I currently have. I was kind of hoping somebody would be really good with drama, and I'm not seeing a really good writer with drama. So if I go back to my own staff, maybe having Felix hit this would be better, right? Even though his favorite genre is action, he's still like one of my writers, and I don't have to pay someone extra for it. The only other way I could make this work is if I paid Herbert to do it. We'd get a really good script. His favorite is romance, though we're not really there. The alternative is to maybe hire Eric here, who's an adventurer. But again, none of this crosses the genres that we want to have here until I get down to Cornelius for comedy. 4.4, 24,000. He's a little arrogant. It doesn't really do it for me. Should I pay $24,000 for Cornelius to write it for a comedy, or do I go up to my staff and pay 4.6 and just have my own guy do it? I feel like Felix can look for other elements. So maybe that's the trade-off. I get somebody who has a little bit of a comedy background. The jokes that are in the movie would be good, right? I mean, it's mostly a drama, but at least the jokes will be good. Maybe we'll try that, or just a little bit extra for just a tiny couple of stars. I don't think so. I think we're going to let Cornelius write this. It's 194 days. Whoa. That is a long time, but wow. It's a very long time, but we're gonna let Cornelius write this, and that way my own writers can keep looking for story elements, right? That's kind of the idea, is you want your own writers to be, looking for story elements like all the time. So I can put you 46% chance to get this one, or I can get you writing another script, which is something else I want to do. I want to get another script for you. Let's pick another action movie. Find an action movie for him. Rolling Thunder could be the thing. This is a finished script, though. Yeah, never mind. We have really good stuff. We have all of these. Why don't we grab this thriller? We'll have Chester. Chester doesn't like me. We'll have Clifford write it. You can write that thriller. This action movie, or this adventure movie. Yeah, Wild West adventure movie. We can have... Nah, I don't think so. We're going to go to the Story Workshop here. Oh, we can also buy scripts now. Let's see what that's about. Well, I know what it's about, but let's see what scripts are available. Click the wrong office. Here we go. We'll go scripts. We'll go buy scripts. Let's see what there's available. This is very good. Searching for the Silver Dagger is almost a maxed out script. And it looks like to me it doesn't have... let's see. Does it have any stale elements? Sidekicks, Femme Fatale. Ooh, it's getting up there. Seems pretty good, though. It's a great script. We can $19,000. We can begin production on that right away. Let's try that. And we'll put Fred Jensen on this one. He's close. I'd really like to save Homer for something else. That said, he's on a timer. So fine. Well, is that bug back? Wow, they brought that bug back. That's crazy. Yeah, they did. They brought that bug back. Okay. That bug was in an old version of the game, and now it's back again. That's pretty wild. I just bought a script. Where'd it go? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Cinematographer, there it is. Put him here. Soundstage. We could give him B because it's a good movie, but we want to be on location for a lot of this stuff because we're good with that. Let's go cheaper on the stuff that's a little less prominent and meaningful. We have 123 days of filming. Okay. We got our Hespro 35 here. Sound technology there. Max all these out. We're going to really put money into this. 120 days of filming should hit that mark that we want to see there. Producer. We have a 6.7 producer. Joe Sullivan's right there. Director. Let's get Herman on this. Now, he's really well known for winning The Beloved. This doesn't have that. And I might have a film that does later. So maybe we let Leland do this one. Yeah, he's on movies. Alternatively, Harley is on a timer. And he's okay for what this is. It happened again. Wow. Okay, Harley's right here. I think I'll let Harley do this. He's in a good mood. I don't think he'll bring the film down. He's almost rated the same, and he's on a timer, and I want to take advantage of the timer. Okay, so Detective, I have one actor that's on a timer. I think everybody else is per movie, right? Well, you get down here, and it's not that way, but it's okay. Okay, so for this detective movie, we could put Bobby in it, but that's a lot for this expensive actor. Maybe there's a better one. Maybe there's somebody really cheap that has a high rating and I don't want to miss them. Like Alan. Like Michael Gray, who has really well known for romance movies as well as Criminal Mastermind. He's also quite cheap, honestly, but he's maxed out at 5.0. Even though he's cheap, he's maxed out. I can't develop him anymore. I'd rather get a relationship here with Alan. 7.6 for Alan. We'll go 3 movies. $20,000. Pretty straightforward there. And we'll let Alan be our detective today. Okay. We're going to make you just a little bit happier. I don't know. Do you take heroin? He's an alcoholic. I'm not sure he'd take the heroin as a gift. But that's all I have is the heroin as a gift. And I have no idea if he'll like it. So I'm going to hold off on that. Sidekick on this. I think I could do Charlie here. But since he's maxed out and his contract is expired, I can't do that. Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. Serial killer. I am going to have to use him, I guess. Bobby's going to have to be used here. All right, if I got to use Bobby anyway, then we'll put Bobby as the protagonist. The serial killer can be Alan. The sidekick is going to be Gerald. And then the femme fatale can be Gertrude. She has 1 movie left. I could also put Opal in here. Opal's better for this role. Femme fatale, she has some experience in it, but so does the other one. Yeah, and she's really well known for something, and I can definitely make her a star. This is just kind of like that extra sort of person, so maybe we'll put Christina in this instead. We already have a little bit of star power here. Now we'll double dip it. We'll put Opal in this instead. All right, well, hopefully this works out well. Searching for the silver dagger. We'll go ahead and start that. That seems good. And then if there's any other scripts we can buy, might as well, right? This was not so fresh yet, but we can still buy it and shelve it. It's $12,000. It's a fairly good script for what we have. We just have a couple of bad elements. We'll go ahead and purchase and shelve that one. J. Perry is maxed out. Yeah, maxed out. These are all mostly maxed out. This is a $9,000 script. That's pretty cheap considering how much it's costing me for my writers to write it. And I just want to make sure that I'm not putting elements out there and using up the elements on a very cheap script, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to invalidate really expensive scripts because we put out elements for cheap scripts. This one's probably a little bit better for us to work with. It is kind of maxed out at 7, unfortunately, but it is kind of what it is. I would like to see some scripts that are a little bit better than this, but okay, we'll purchase and shelve this one too. So we have a couple of ideas. This is kind of a junk script, but we can purchase it at 9. We can now have at least some scripts that we can work through and put to work for us with the lower quality talent and things like that. So I can start this project, for example, with my lower cinematographers. He's only got 5 days left in his contract, so that's interesting. I'm not sure I should be able to select him. I probably shouldn't be able to select him. We're gonna put it anyway. Give him A1, and I think actually we'll give him a little bit of a chance that maybe bump that up with some good locations. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it though. He's not. It's gonna make me get somebody different anyway. Which again, it's already glitching out. Man, oh man, oh man. I can't believe they brought that bug back. That's something from like 1.0. Yeah, now these are red. Okay, so now they're kind of, yeah, being what they're supposed to be here. You know what? I think Fred, we can let you do this, Fred. And we're going to give you 2 stars on the locations. We're going to do the interiors and the soundstage. That's fine. We're going to let Fred do this one. Hespro 35. We got to shoot as many films with that camera as we can, right? I think we'll go ahead and give you the medium quality props, but everybody else is just going to stay the same. I don't want to go a little bit cheaper on this film. Unfortunately, my producer's contracts are going to expire here. We can put Vincent in here, but I'm going to have to extend it. And what is that extension going to cost me? 200. I think not. We're not going to do that. Instead, I'll hire somebody who might cost me 200, but at least I get like a bigger term, like these guys. I'd rather do it with like these guys. I can hire you, and I can get, let's say, 3 movies out of you, and then I can come over and hire the other guy, and I can get 3 movies out of you. All right, we're gonna be kicking them out here. So let me get 3 movies out of you. I gotta be careful what I'm spending. So let's have that be the last one I hire for now. I'm running out of money. So for producers, we'll put 4.6 on this one. And let's get, wow, all of your contracts are expiring. Lawrence, put you in there. Working man. Anybody on a timer other than David, which I'm not renewing? I think it's going to be Leslie. Criminal 1. Actually, you know what? Let's switch that. Put Edgar here because he's on a timer. We'll put Edgar here. I know he's capped out, but that's fine. We're going to make sure that we get, let's say, Leslie's in here. Criminal 2. We can make that be... who else? Let's put Boone in here. Let's put... man, Anton looks good, but not great. We got to use these guys, though, you know? Like, there's a lot of criminals in this. Oh, my God. What was I thinking? What was I doing here? Smoked Paprika. Smoked Paprika is a sucky script. Look at how many people we need for this. All right. Well, let's alter this a little bit here. I want Criminal 1 is going to be Fred. Criminal 3 is going to be Steven. Criminal 4 is going to be Leslie. Criminal 5 is going to be... These guys are going to really bring it down. But I wanted higher starred people up here now just to kind of offset the fact that we're going to have some really low quality people down here. I mean, Criminal 6, you're basically an extra at this point. Oh my gosh. So many people. There's so much talent right there. Or lack thereof. Is there anything I can do for your happiness? You seem good. Let's go ahead and mark it. Smoked Paprika. Put that many actors in a 2.0 movie. Maybe it'll boost it up. I don't know. Maybe. Distribution results seem okay, but it's really not showing a whole lot. It is at least getting something, though, and we need something playing, so we'll keep these exactly as they are and let it just stay in theaters for a bit longer. It's fine. Got to keep ourselves afloat. We only have $327,000. Guys, we're back in Hollywood Animal, okay? I'm going to try my hardest to get you. It's not going to happen daily. I'm sorry. It just can't happen right now, but I'm every other day at the minimum, okay? 4 to 5 videos a week on this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Thank you for your patience. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.